Welcome to the Pure Performance Cafe. May I take your order?
Yes, I would like a shot of Pure Performance, please.
Coming right up.
Hello to another episode of Pure Performance Cafe. I'm back in Linz, Austria, and with me today our technical lead for Microsoft Technologies, Martin Goodwell.
Hello.
At least as people know you on the social sphere, right?
You're right.
Your real name is?
Martin Gutenbrunner.
Gutenbrunner, here we go. So, Martin, last week we did a great performance clinic, at least I believe it was a great performance clinic on Microsoft Azure.
Yeah.
You gave a great introduction on the different offerings that Microsoft actually has. Can you give us a quick overview for people that don't know what Microsoft Azure has to offer? I think you had like 4 major areas.
Yeah. So there's, of course, infrastructure as a service, the thing every cloud vendor more or less has. Then they have container as a service with Azure Container Services. So you can do Docker Swarm, Kubernetes, TCOS and things like that. They have platform as a service, the web role, worker role thing. And they have software as a service, of course. So you can run your SQL servers just as a service without taking care of anything underneath in Azure.
Mm-hmm. And the hot thing is, I would assume, is that platform as a service?
Probably it's platform as a service with Service Fabric now introduced in 2016. Service Fabric, kind of the third generation pass, which not only provides the infrastructure but also provides programmers, so objects and infrastructure for programmers, objects to work with on the code level.
Cool.
Which is quite unique.
Yeah, and I think one thing you also mentioned last week, kind of the next generation of PaaS would be functions.
That functions as a service, they also have it on Azure, which is AWS Lambda for competitors and Azure Functions on Azure, right?
And is that already taken off, or how do you see that, or is that still in the early stages?
I think people don't really realize now what can be done with it, why they should use it. This will be something for 2017, I think.
Yeah, because also obviously, I mean, it offers new doors, but it also means we need to architect applications different, right?
And I think they fear the vendor lock-in, because functions is pretty much destined to lock you to a vendor.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I never thought about that. Yeah. Because all the other offerings obviously can potentially move things around, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so last week, obviously, we talked about not only Azure, what it is, but also about monitoring use cases. Now, I know that Microsoft itself, they provide a product. I think they call it App Insights.
Exactly, yeah.
So why do you think we, as an APM vendor, still have the chance of an existence? Why do people not just go with App Insights? What do we additionally provide?
So I think our offering is more focused on the operator side of DevOps. So let's put it that way. App Insights requires you to have Visual Studio running, for example. It's very much focused on the developer. So anything you want to have visualized in Application Insights needs to be done in the code. You need to recompile. You need to redeploy. Dynatrace tries to focus on the operator, so you have your web dashboard. We try to automatically detect any hotspots, all the pain points, all the potential points of integration and things like this. And so we try to provide an end-to-end view from the front end to the database. We try to have at least basic insight into network level metrics. Last but not least, our artificial intelligence, which correlates problems. So the typical problem that one failing server leads to 20 error messages in your inbox, we try to overcome this by providing a single problem report with the according root cause analysis as part of this single error notification. So, we really try to focus on developers, on operators' use cases.
Yeah, that's cool. And obviously making their life easier, especially in an environment that is potentially more complex than before.
Yes. Especially with dynamically scaling microservice environments with millions and billions of requests per hour, for example.
Yeah. And then I also remember last week you brought one very cool customer example. CoOp from Denmark. Yeah. Can you give us maybe a quick overview what they're doing?
So CoOp is using Azure in in a hybrid environment. So they run stuff on Azure, they run stuff on their private data center. They use Dynatrace for most of their infrastructure, and they've been in a digital transformation process ever since they bought their first mainframe, I think, 40 or 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. So what they currently do is they introduce the mobile app into the customer ecosystem. So when you go to the shop, to the brick and mortar shop, you use your mobile device to check into the shop. You get the offerings on the display, and you can also pay your purchase via mobile app. Mm-hmm. So the mobile app is a critical part of all that, and also the infrastructure behind it. And they decided to use Azure Web Apps for the backend technology, so they can scale dynamically. Sure. And the Dynatrace One Agent perfectly integrates with Azure Web Apps. So you can keep track of deployments. You automatically, without reconfiguration, see how you scale up and down your environment. So you always have the full picture, more or less in real time. So I think the delta is about a minute from things happening to being on your dashboard.
Yeah. And I think one cool thing that you said, and probably one of the critical reasons why they use Dynatrace and not necessarily App Insights, because their application spawns from Azure into the backend systems, and we give them the full end-to-end view.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And their operators are operators after all, and not developers.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, if people want to learn a little more about the stuff that you are doing, what are the best places to learn more?
Well, the best place, so I would say the free trial is a great place to start. Mm-hmm. So you can just sign up, you pick your cloud location and just install the One Agent and try it, as well on Azure, which I think also has a free trial available. Mm-hmm. And of course our blog, our website, maybe our slide shares, whatever.
Yeah.
So
your Twitter handle?
Yeah, my Twitter handle @MartinGoodwell.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah, we'll also make sure that we have this on the podcast page so people can definitely find you. Cool. Hey, Martin, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We'll do this again with maybe another topic in the future.
Sure.